مساء الخير أعزائنا المتابعين وأصدقائنا بحلقة جديدة من بودكاست MiM. اليوم ضيفنا حلقة مميزة وضيفنا مميز اليوم المهندس المعماري شيروان مزوري. يا مرحبا.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. You have a problem with Arabic language?
No, but my English is better.
Oh, okay. But you can answer me in Kurdish
I will
if you
mix
want.
it.
Okay.
If the question is if the answer is very difficult, I will answer it in English. If it's
Okay.
easy, I will answer it in Arabic. If I don't want to answer, I will speak in Kurdish, so you don't understand.
Oh my God. In Badini, not in Sorani, because I understand
In
Sorani.
Badini, yes.
Okay. So I will ask in Arabic and you have the right to answer in whatever language you're comfortable
Sure.
with, okay?
Sure.
So ضيفنا مهندس معماري مطور عقاري رحال وسيط عقاري سوري رحالة وقارئ نهم.
Yes.
حلو الوصف. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to choose one, I'm back to English. Okay. If you want to choose only one, to be introduced with one title, what would it be?
Just share one.
Oh, yeah, عيني.
Yeah, because I think your career or what you do in life, it's not who you are.
Okay.
You can be many things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell me just Mohandes, I might be a bit more than that. If you just tell me just Wasit Aqari, I might be a bit less of than that. But as a collection of things, they're all working together.
So you don't want to be
so
defined.
Just Sherwan is fine.
Okay.
Yes.
خلاص شيروان.
Yeah.
بس كان لازم نعطي هاي المقدمة حتى الناس تعرف يعني شيروان منه. أكلت زين اليوم قبل الحلقة؟
لازم. أكلت مرتين.
لأنه شوية الحلقة دسمة اليوم.
صبح أكلت ظهر أكلت
أيه.
ورا شوية ورا البودكاست راح أكل. هسه ما أكلت شيء.
لا
شوية
بيس من دارك شوكولاتة شوية بس حتى نساعد السكر.
You gave me a piece of chocolate and you're telling everybody that hey you treated me well.
ما يخالف ورا الحلقة الوكلك.
Okay.
زين حاليا أنت هسه مركز على العقارات. خلينا نقول على وسيط لو مطور. وسيط سوري.
Yes.
ما أقدر أميز
بيناتها. I'm not that
بيناتها.
rich to be مطور yet.
إن شاء الله you will be one day. You never know.
You never know.
أنت تعرف إنه words are magic spells?
Who said that?
Someone.
Okay.
لا توقعني بالمحظور.
يلا.
Someone said that. Okay. زين. بس حاليا أنت مركز على العقارات.
Somehow.
ما قاعد تشتغل بالتصميم العقاري.
No.
يجي يوم وتشتغل وتسوي تصميم؟
No.
Okay.
I give consultancy.
Okay.
And I sell it because I think this is how I best offer my services. Not as a designer, but I can give my opinion.
يعني ما يجي هذا اليوم اللي نشوفك مصمم شيء.
ما أريد تجي هذا اليوم. أنا مرتاح يجي.
أوكي. ما تريد وجع الرأس.
ما أريد.
بس you never know. صح؟
We never know.
Yeah.
We're speaking of today.
Yes.
Tomorrow is unknown.
صحيح. زين. هسه الأجواء تعرف متكهربة بالعالم والذهب صاعد نازل والعقارات مرات تنزل تصعد والناس كلها تعرف إنه الملاذ الآمن يا أما الذهب يا أما العقار. أنت شيروان.
I know nothing about gold and gold market.
فتنصح بالعقار كملاذ آمن.
العقار اللي I believe in it.
مو أي عقار.
No, of course not.
وشنو مواصفات العقار اللي you believe in it?
The builder, the investor, who is he or who is she? That's the most important thing for me. We're speaking about Kurdistan and Iraq generally, not worldwide.
Okay.
For me, the reputation of the investor is way more important than the design of the building. So I make sure the guy who is building it is the right person to work with. He's not gonna let me down one day because I am a middleman between a buyer and between a builder.
Okay.
So I first pick investors and then I decide to pick their projects and sell it.
That's why إنه أنت تشتغل على specific projects in Erbil, not all the projects.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
زين إذا نقول عندك الأوبشن إنه تبني أنت تصمم وتبني بيت العمر مالتك. تعرف يعني شنو بيت العمر؟
Yes.
يعني الكل خلاص هذا البيت اللي راح أعيش بيه. وعندك الأوبشن إنه تبنيه بأي مكان بالعالم. وين راح تبني؟ مكان واحد فقط ما عندك أوبشن ثاني.
Which is in my plans by the way, but not today.
One day
maybe not tomorrow, but maybe one day. Of course, it's gonna be in my village. Stop.
عرفت هذا
Definitely. And even I selected the land in my head. I haven't
Okay.
told my dad yet because he'll tell me you're crazy.
Yeah.
But I know where I love the most. I know where I feel home the most. And that piece of land, which we call it Kharemazan, is the only place that I truly feel home. And I was there a couple
Stupi?
days ago. It's a part in my village, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
زين إذا شلنا خلي يعني let me rephrase the question one more time. إذا شلنا الفيلج إنه أنا أعرف إيش قد أنت you're very connected to your village.
Yes.
24 ساعة أصورها على السوشيال ميديا.
Yes.
ستوبي؟
Yes.
اسمها؟
Yes.
صحيح لفظتها؟
صحيح لو.
أوكي.
We call it stope.
ستوبي.
Yes.
أوكي. المهم إذا شلنا الفيلج
Okay.
وقلنا لك حق إنه أنت تبني أي مكان بالعالم ما عدا أوكي عندك بيت بالفيلج ما يخالف الله يرزقك ببيت ثاني هم بيت العمر اللي أنت
Okay.
عايش بيه
Okay.
يعني مهما يكون الفيلج حتكون بس سفرات كل فترة like every now and then بس لا البيت اللي أنت تقعد بيه تعيش بيه بيت أو شقة
Okay.
وين يكون؟
So I'm not gonna tell you where exactly or which country, but I will tell you what kind of geographical land I would like to have my
Okay.
home, because I like to be somewhere a city like has mountains and ocean, because like I'm very connected to yes Akuichi Barcelona is like that, which I hate the team but I love the city.
أنت مدريدي صحيح
طبعا
أنت
أنا مدريدي.
مدريدي.
Los Angeles is like that. There are a lot of cities where it's on the ocean and the
Okay.
back of the city is mountains, lay mountains.
Okay.
I'm very connected to the mountains and I love seeing the ocean. It gives me freedom.
موناكو نفس الشيء على
موناكو
فكرة.
ايه هاي مكان الزناقين أنا ما رايح
لا
له.
أنا
So the mountain gives me the strength.
yeah.
The sea gives me the freedom, and I think that's where I will feel home the most. If it's not stupid.
يعني نقدر نقول هسه two options LA و
It was just example.
okay.
It was just example. I told you without mentioning the name of the cities. I'm just describing geographical shape of
The
it.
preference مالتك.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
زين هسه نجي على الكتب. بعدك تقرأ كتب؟
يوميا.
يوميا.
Yes.
التاور هذا البرج عندك
هذا
بالبيت
التاور
صار أطول منك؟
صار تاورا هسه لأنه وصل للسقف.
يعني صار أطول
طبعا
منك.
ايه هسه it's the twin tower now. Yes.
زين أكو سؤال هل أنت أحسك بموضوع الكتب تحس نفسك في سباق مع الزمن إنه تريد تقرأ أكبر عدد ممكن بأقل فترة ممكنة؟
So I used to be like that last year. I was like, it's not about being very passionate about it, but I didn't want to waste a minute. This year, I feel like I'm getting older a little bit. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna... it takes time to get wiser.
Yeah.
Usually.
لأنه شوف هواي إحنا حياتنا أصلاً البيس الإيقاع كلش سريع. بعد فترة تحس نفسك أنت مستنزف. You are very drained يعني. And for what?
Yes.
صح. فشوية you take a step back.
I did.
And you...
Watching my TV shows and reading my book. Now I'm like, I'm going to enjoy 2 pages, but read it slower rather than enjoying 5 pages, but reading it faster. So now أنا مو بالسباق ويا الزمن. كنت هالشكل. هالسنة I'm just relaxing, and I think this year I'm going to read less than last year. But I will try to be more focused.
Okay.
And try to benefit actually from what I read.
And this is the point. إذا تقرأ سريع أنت ما راح تستفاد كلش بس إذا شوي راح تستفاد. تمام.
True.
شنو نوعية الكتب اللي تستهوي شيروان؟ لو هي تتغير خلينا نقول أول ما بلشت غير هسه يعني لو هي نفس النوع. أنا اللي أعرفها مرة حكينا قلت لي أنا ما أحب الكتب اللي لها علاقة بالself development.
Yes, I hate it. Hate is a wrong word. I dislike it.
Which is my favorite books, to be honest. يعني هي هذا اللي غيرني صراحة. بس it's okay. كل واحد والpreference.
I would say something, okay, and I don't want people to take it very seriously, but this is what I believe for myself. I think self-help books are poisonous to your brain. Let me tell you why.
Yeah,
you don't laugh at me. Let me tell you.
Okay, هذا رأيه. يا ناس هذا
So,
رأيه.
majority of self-help books are poisonous. The new ones, any book after year 2000, to be honest, they are less valuable than the classic books.
Why?
Technology. The effect is on everything. So I always say that whenever you see it's written bestseller, the font bigger than the subject of the book or the name of the book itself, it means it's marketing only, nothing else. You know, you would see an author come and tell you, I have been through this. I started from a broken family and then I failed and then I started. I made a miracle happen. This is only in American movies. So
هي سوري على المقاطعة بس مو كأنه هي صارت مثل
it's a business.
It sells.
It is a business.
يعني نادرا ما تشوف واحد حتى باللقاءات يطلع واحد someone who is
someone
successful.
who actually went through this.
I know, but it doesn't make sense that all of people went through the same story.
Exactly. And you know, when somebody like me, let's say, would come and start with a book like this, it will give you lots of hopes that if you do this, you will be like me. So I'll be very excited about it. And then I'm like, yes, this book told me everything is going to be okay. And then you'll come back to reality. And you will give it some time, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 year, nothing actually happened. That will have two bad effects. That will make you disappointed. Secondly, it will make you hate reading. So I think before we choose any book, we should be very realistic. We should not expect high expectations from it.
Okay.
So choosing the book is more important than reading the book.
Yeah, but عندي شوية مداخلة.
يلا.
أنا يعني هاي الكتب لازم أكو بيها فد معلومة أو شيء ممكن يفيد بخصوص طريق النجاح وإنه أنت لازم دائما يقولوا لك.
بس هاي المعلومة ما لازم تخليها best seller.
No, I agree with you. When it comes to that title, bestseller, هو business.
It's getting cheap bestseller, to be honest.
Yeah.
Any book is bestseller, I don't read it.
Okay.
I swear, any book. It's written bestseller.
One day you will make your own book وراح أشوفك راح تكتب bestseller.
Because if it is bestseller, it means it's very easy and it means everybody can understand. It's very like, and it's
mainstream?
Not deep. It's not deep, you know. It's easy. It's likable. It tells people everything is going to be okay. People like to hear good news always. People like to hear hopes, to see hope, to read hope. And those books are giving, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I'm trying to be realistic here.
أنت يعني إذا تتبع مبدأ نيتشه لما يقول تبيع الأوهام.
They sell fake hopes to young brains and young minds. That's why they're bestseller. It's like مشجعين ريال مدريد and برشلونة. People who don't know anything about football, we support Real Madrid and Barcelona because it's following the crowd.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Barcelona fans, whoever is here.
I'm a Madrid.
You're Madridi too, right?
I'm originally إيطاليا. جماعة إيطاليا بس.
إنتر همينا خلاص إحنا طلعنا برشلونة من البطولة.
بس لما ضعفوا حولت اضطريت أحول.
Rome is one of the most beautiful cities ever.
إحنا بدنا نحكي على النوادي. بس عندي ملاحظة بخصوص الكتب مال السيلف ديفلوبمنت. كلامك صحيح، أتفق وياك شوي. إحنا لازم
الرأي الشخصي.
لا من حقك.
مو شرط أكون صح.
يا. أكو مبالغة ببيع الأوهام والناس تحب اللي يبيع لها الأوهام، أما يحبون تواجههم بالحقيقة حقيقة وليس الحديقة. الحقيقة. بس أنا أقول من خلال ملاحظتي الطريقة اللي الناس يعني هو الكتب لو تجي على الكتب كلها نفس المبدأ إنه أنت اشتغل وكمل واسعى وكل هذا الحكي، بس أكو something very important missing in their narrative اللي هو السعي الداخلي.
What do you mean by that?
إنه for something to manifest whatever it is نحتاج شغلتين. سعي داخلي وسعي خارجي.
شنو سعي داخلي وسعي خارجي؟ Now I'm gonna ask you questions. It's like a therapy session.
Yeah.
You need to be more simple with me because I don't understand these
things.
No,
you understand. You're just trying to. شوف يعني أنت هسه تريد تفتح business.
Now we're talking about self-help books or we're talking about books generally.
No, we're talking about السعي الداخلي والسعي الخارجي.
شنو سعي داخلي وسعي خارجي؟
السعي الداخلي الشغل الداخلي inner work.
Inner works like on your brain and your mind and your personality.
On your everything.
Okay.
You need to work on your belief system.
Okay. Now I get it. Okay. And سعي الخارج where you work on your physical shape.
No.
لا عاد.
على الشيء اللي تريده أنت.
Okay. Which physical
يعني
shape is
أنت
a
من...
part of it also.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
يعني
yeah.
أنت من تريد تسوي مشروع.
Gotcha. خلاص واضحة.
أكمل.
واضحة كملي. Please go ahead.
أكمل السعي الداخلي لو أكمل الأسئلة.
It depends on how much time we have, but I like this.
Okay.
If your questions are better than this, go with the questions.
السعي الداخلي والخارجي ممكن نحكيها بغير موضوع. جاي الأسئلة.
تمام.
زين. إذا نقول شنو أكثر كتاب أثر بشيروان؟ يعني خلينا نقول غير نظرته للحياة، النفس، everything. يعني هيك هزك.
Okay. So if I say it's only one book, it's not right, because each book will affect you in a different way. Some books will affect you it will affect your belief systems. Some books will affect your business mindset. Some books will affect your social skills. Some books will affect different aspects of life.
Yeah.
That's a very
tough question.
It is okay. Wait, let me no. Wait. No, you cannot make it. It's very clear to me.
No, simple.
No, it's very simple to me.
It doesn't have to affect your belief system.
Okay.
On an emotional side. هزك تحس.
There is one book. I'm not going to mention the name of the book. I'm not going to mention it.
Why?
I have my own reasons.
Okay.
This book helped me find a lot of answers about a lot of mysteries in our belief system, which I'm not getting into any details or dig deeper, but it made me a better person, a more understanding person, a person who judge less, who listens more, and who don't connect belief systems, whatever it is, to the being good or bad of the personality, let's say, to the personality status, which is good or bad. So that book, really, I would say it's my favorite book when it comes to the effect on my personality, on my life. I will tell you later.
Okay.
Write it down. I will tell you if it is like that or not. Oh, by the way, the author is Iraqi.
عرفت الكتاب.
Najaf. And it is written in 1915 and it was first published in Germany.
And I think you already have shared few of the pages on your social media.
The pages that are not going to be, people are not going to be offended by it, because we're a very sensitive, social, religious community. So
okay, we will talk about this
later,
but
please.
I have to put like خطين جوا كلمة sensitive.
Okay, do you need more explanations?
No, وصل فكرة بس it's not they're not sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. The community
not you,
is.
the community.
The community is.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
زين. العصفورة اللي تنقل الأخبار جابت لي خبر.
عصفورة.
أي.
أكو عصفورة يعني لازم يكون فيميل عصفورة.
لا هي عصفورة. هي عصفورة. بس العصفورة هاي نقلت الخبر لكل الناس.
أوكي.
يعني كل الناس يعرفون إنه شيروان راح يكتب كتاب.
منو قال هالشيء؟
أنت قلت.
أنا قلت؟
أي.
إيه هاي مو عصفورة هاي أنا. هاي عصفور كبير قدام.
العصفورة اللي هي الانستغرام.
أوكي.
أي. أكو كان هيك مشروع. You had this idea once.
I mentioned once before in one of my interviews, to be a reader, to be a good reader, does not mean you will be a writer. They're entirely two different things.
Okay.
I am not a good writer. You know why? Because even when I write something, I think like many times about what to read, how to read. To express myself in words, I'm actually not very good at it.
Okay.
Tamam? But as I said, we all have stories in our life. Maybe one day you want to pass them on to next generations.
You change your mind.
No, I didn't change my mind. And let me continue.
Okay.
Once I'm ready, which I don't know when, maybe I said after reading 500 books or something like that, I will decide when I'm sure I have something that people might benefit from it.
Okay.
I'm not just going to separate words on the pages of the books just to show off and tell people I have a book I wrote. What's the benefit of the book if it doesn't have a message in it?
Okay.
Once that they come, once I'm capable of doing that, then I will do that. And I'm not going to write it by myself. I'm going to
ask someone else,
hire a writer, a professional writer, to transform my feelings and expressions into words.
Yeah.
That is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. هسا نحكي عن شوية تضوجني.
إيه.
نحكي عن السفر.
السفر والسياحة.
أنت من النوع تحب تسافر وحدك لو؟
Always.
Okay. شلون غيرك السفر؟ السفر يعني it's something else.
Traveling told me you're not the only one here, and there are other mindsets, other cultures, other religions, other ways of thinking, other kind of places, peoples, nations on this planet. What you think, it doesn't have to be right. Maybe you're wrong. Talk to other people, see how they think, how they talk, you know? So it takes you out of the box, makes you think outside the box. So it made me a better person, a better understanding person. It made me judge less, which is the biggest problem.
You were judgmental in the past?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still a bit. And I don't like something.
Yeah.
But
we all are.
It made me a better in having a conversation with someone. For example, I used to get offended about subjects that are against my culture, against my identity, against my religion, against my belief system.
Yeah.
After talking to so many different kinds of backgrounds and people, you learn to understand, you learn to accept, you learn to talk, to have a conversation and not get offended. Traveling helps you not get offended. Yeah. That's beside walking among all this beautiful architecture, different styles, eating different type of food.
والشغلة الثانية يعني حتى
and it's costly a lot.
But it's worth it. It's like you're investing in yourself.
Yes.
يعني أنا أقول لك بالنسبة لي أنا كل مرة أسافر وأرجع I feel like I'm a totally different person. Especially when I go back because I'm a solo traveler إنه أنا رايحة لدولة غريبة و I survived all of that إنه transportation I found the accommodation كلها هاي التجارب تنطيني boost ego boost.
Does yes.
But the bad thing about traveling is when you come back. The first few days of depression.
What's the first thing you do when you come back? Like the next morning?
When you come home.
When you come home after unpacking and everything and like starting the new day, what's the
like
first
you're
thing?
back to life.
What's the first thing you do? Like what's the first you think about?
I think about?
Yeah.
I want to go back.
You know what's the first thing I think about? How much did I spend? Checking my bank account and crying on it.
Really?
Yeah. And then like thinking about not to travel anytime soon.
Are you really bad at managing your resources?
Terrible person.
Oh, I don't do that.
I'm a spender.
No, I'm not.
I love living, you know. So
yeah, I'm a spender. I spend in moderation, to be honest.
What's moderation?
To me?
Yeah, what's moderation? Or generally, like what do you mean by moderation?
Like معتدلة بالإنفاق.
يعني
أعرف لما.
Do you think telling me in Arabic will help me more? I didn't understand it in English.
Okay, ما أعرفه بالكردي شلون أقولها.
No, explain it to me.
You want the definition?
Like in 10 seconds.
No, you cannot just define me.
Skip it. Okay, let's go to something else.
Okay.
تمام.
يعني أنت تعرف المدخول والخارج، الداخل والخارج.
Okay.
And you act accordingly.
No, I don't act accordingly.
No, I act accordingly.
For me, like البوابة الخارجية خلينا نقول
أكبر من
كلش أكبر. البوابة الداخلية هالقد مثلا ميني ماوس جيت.
زين شلون أنت منين تجيبها إذا البوابة أكبر؟
I work.
Okay.
I work.
Okay. زين. إذا أسأل هذا السؤال شنو أكثر بلد زرته وأثر بيك حيل؟ يعني
See, I'm the kind of person who I don't have one favorite thing
Okay.
when it comes to everything. When it comes to meals, when it comes to countries, when it comes to colors, when it comes to people, women. Yeah, I don't have one favorite type. But I will tell you what I like when I travel, where I like to go, regardless mentioning the name of the place. I love going to America.
Okay.
It's a different world.
You like it.
It's a bigger world, by the way. Yes.
It's a continent.
It's a continent.
Yeah,
it's
not
50
even a country.
countries. Yes.
Yeah.
But I like the authentic. What's this word? Sometimes words are very difficult for me to explain.
Arabic.
Authenticity.
Yes.
Authenticity.
Of what?
Of Europe.
Okay.
I like the history.
The heritage.
The architecture. The calmness of Europe. I like it when it's after 8 p.m. and everybody is home and tired and I just walk alone in the dark.
That's exactly when I go back to the hotel.
Yes.
I can't.
Like you will. Yeah. I've done that a lot in Prague, in Heidelberg, in Vienna, in Budapest. You know, those very, very classic, small, tiny cities with small valleys.
Yeah.
I like the calmness of it. Sometimes I get scared, but
okay.
Yeah.
Your next destination
is home after this.
No, I mean traveling.
I absolutely have no plans because work is not going very well. So I'm trying to exchange the bawabat. You know, yes, I'm trying. But the problem is once I close a deal, I just travel right away.
هي المشكلة
هاي
إنه الناس ما تتعلم إلا لما تنحط بزاوية.
One of the investors of one of the projects, he's a very good friend of mine. He told me next time you sell something in our project, we are not going to give you commission because you will travel right away. He said we will save it for you.
Okay. Just like a father when he gives you that box and you save your money there. Okay. هسه
It's a good tea. Thank you guys. Perfect.
اوكي. هسه نجي لمحور الشروان الانسان.
كم محور عندك هسه؟
خلصناها. هسه هذا المحور خاص بي يعني. I'm as a psychiatrist.
I love this.
Yeah.
So we haven't started actually until we talk about محور اللي انت تريدين تحكي.
Especially that you are into psychology to some extent. It's going to make it even the discussion is rich.
I'm into unusual. So whatever the subject, the question is, if it's unusual, I'm into it.
Okay. شروان.
لحظة الحقيقة.
شروان.
Yes.
أنت ليش تحب الاتنشن؟ وتحب to show
off? Okay,
I
was not expecting this. You hit hard.
Okay.
No. It's a very good question. It's a very good question. It is a very no. Let me answer it.
I will rephrase the question.
No, you did.
Answer.
No, you
because
did.
أنت قلت لي خلص attack. أريد الأسئلة الصعبة. This is what some people say, that you like attention.
You've been asking about me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I have better understanding.
So you did your research.
Yeah.
But you know me better than anybody else, you know?
Okay, I defend you
We've been good friends for a long time. Yeah. We've talked,
I defend you behind your back.
Okay.
But I have to tell you stuff that I hear from people.
Tell me, okay.
You know,
I'm a very honest person.
كم قناع عندك? How many masks do you wear?
I have a couple masks.
Okay. How many تقريبا? 2 or more?
I would say 2 masks.
Okay. قليل.
I'm a real person. I would say so. Maybe people don't see it that way. 2 major masks I have.
Okay. Still, تحس نفسك أنت تحب الاتنشن?
I do, yes. I love it.
Which is something good that you are aware of that.
I am aware of that.
زين تحس إنه do you feel like wanting attention there's something wrong with that?
It's not wanting. I'm not asking for it. Once it's there, I love it. There is a difference between that.
To be honest,
you don't run after it. When it comes to you, you embrace it. And you try to have a good outcome out of it.
How do you do that? It's like transmutation.
Okay, let me tell you how. when attention comes to you, it means there is a reason, right? Otherwise, why I will come to you?
Yeah.
Tamam?
Yes.
It means I'm not saying I'm good or bad in what I do, but I do get a lot of questions, istifsarat from students, from people about things that I have been through and I've learned. Not that I'm better than somebody else, but I had chances of experience to go through it. So once I get into those groups of people, group is more than one person, and that's where attention starts.
gatherings اللي تروح.
Gatherings. I love connecting to those people. I love socializing with those people. Okay. And that's why I love the attention they give it to me. And that results the outcome which learning from each other. If they have a question about real estate, I answer. If they want to tell me what kind of book they want to read, I answer. So actually we are doing something. Okay. That's my goal. That's what I hope to be doing so far, not just getting attention. I don't know if that's clear for you as a psychiatrist.
So are you an alchemist? You receive that energy from attention and you transmute it into something else?
I don't know what you call it, but I try to do that.
يعني احنا طول الوقت by the way في حالة إرسال واستقبال صح؟ whether we receive something good or something bad.
Definitely.
والشطارة
Definitely.
إنه أنت حتى لما تستقبل when you receive something bad energy in any shape or form.
Bad energy really makes me tired physically. It's happened to me.
What do you mean?
Okay, this is a very a different topic. I have some examples of it. But I have been sitting with some certain of people, let's say, and the conversation, the energy of the conversations made me physically tired, not mentally. Yeah, it drains you.
It's like
10 minutes and you're like, that.
Okay. And what do you do in this situation?
I leave.
Okay.
Nicely, respectfully. Bye.
Okay, good. شروان هل أنت إنسان متصالح ويا نفسك؟ يعني
Can you tell me that in English? And I got the point. I understood.
With yourself? You're at peace with yourself?
No.
You know your weakness, points of weakness and
listen,
strength?
I wouldn't say being in peace. I would say we understand each other.
Okay.
I would say I'm about to, or I have been doing this. I've been like accepting who I am with my rights and wrongs. Before couple years, whilst less traveling and less reading and meeting less people, I was in denial. By denial, you're always the best. You're always right. If you do a mistake, you'll always find excuses. You will keep denying it.
This is where the ego takes over.
Yes. Yeah. I have been that person before.
Egotistical.
Now, I'm like, when I do a mistake, I'm like, this is a mistake. I'm doing it. I'm aware of it. But I have my reasons for it. I will try not to do it again. It might even happen again. So this helped me a lot in my career. Well, in my personal relationships with people also. Okay. In my career, I know what I'm bad at before I know what I'm good at. Because if you don't find your weaknesses within yourself, you are working blindly. Tamam? It's more risky. Now, so many people tell me, Sharon, why don't you design? A gentleman just asked me that. Would you design? Why don't you design? I was not a good designer, I would say. I was not a good builder, I would say. I was not a good implementer, I would say. But damn, I'm good at selling it.
ما يخليني أسأل الأسئلة.
See, no, I'm just telling you.
وأنا أريد أحب أسأل أسئلة.
You have time to ask. 1 second.
Okay.
My point here is, me and myself, we're in progress. We understand each other. We accept each other. And we judge each other. And we punish each other sometimes.
Okay. نقاط الضعف تحاول تشتغل عليها. You try to work on them and improve them and grow, or you just خلاص هاي نقاط ضعفي, it is what it is.
No, I try to not focus a lot on it. Once I acknowledge it, I know what is it. I try to spend the energy more on improving myself.
Okay.
If you're not a good designer, no matter what you do, you're
احنا
still
ما
not a
نحكي
good
على designing,
No.
نحكي على الحياة اليومية.
I need to speak more
Everyday life.
Everyday life. Let's say in personal life, commitments. I have issues with commitments, let's say, you know?
Yeah.
I don't try to go every day and work on it. Tamam?
Yeah.
I would acknowledge it. I would like, this I have.
Yeah.
Let me do something productive for now.
Okay.
Till we fix that.
Okay.
Till the day comes.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
زين، جزء من السؤال اللي هو أنت إذا متصالح ويا نفسك، شيروان اللي على السوشيال ميديا هو نفس الشيروان بالحقيقة؟
No.
أوكي. ليش؟ Why no?
Okay. When you look at my profile, what do you see?
Which is very aesthetic.
What do you see?
I see a young man
Okay.
who's interested in traveling, reading books. هلا مدريد. I don't know, the real estate thing.
So you
Nature.
see سطحيا you see it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you see when you see me in person? Is it the same or is it different?
No, you are different.
Okay.
I feel like in real life, you are shy. You're not that. This is how I see you.
Okay.
شوية you're calmer than you are on social media. I don't know.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Okay.
I used to have two accounts. One account for work, one account for my personal life,
Private.
let's say. In my case, I preferred now to have one account because once you sell, people would love to know who you are.
Yeah.
So for me, one personal branding is better than having two accounts. That means whoever you're selling to, they would be more comfortable to know from who they're buying, let's say. Tamam?
Yeah.
So my account is somehow my office, is my career, is my professionalism mixed with my personal life and personality.
Okay.
Back to our community, there are some subjects that are, again, very sensitive to discuss and talk about, which I avoid. Politics, religion, and some other topics that might offend people.
And ethnic groups.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I try to avoid it. Okay, so that's not me.
Okay.
Because in person, we always talk about it. Remember when we sit, we always talk about it.
Yeah.
Because
you
I
need to make sure the other person is like can receive and can accept.
Of course, many would we say, yeah, but it's a free world. You're not brave if you don't talk about. I don't want that bravery to offend people. I don't want it. I would rather be coward, not to offend people.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm two different persons, but sometimes you might see the same person on social media too. Depends on the situation.
When you are
like for example, yesterday I was me. Because Real Madrid and Barcelona.
يعني ما معقول كل ما أريد أسأل سؤال تك.
Yes.
يعني أنت you are yourself when you are in stupor.
100%.
Okay. بس أنت يعني من تخسر لما أنا شفت الستوري مالتك لما خسرت رحت أكلت.
I did, yes.
يعني أنت لما تربح تأكل وتخسر تأكل.
أني أربح أخسر أنام أقعد أني أكل دائما أنا جوعان دائما.
مبين.
It has nothing to do with that, so I always eat.
Good. So the next question هو هم is kind of related to the previous one. يعني لو عندك هذا السيناريو إنه أنت تعيش حقيقتك بس تتحمل النقد اللي يجيك من it doesn't have to be on social media in real life. مستعد تدفع الثمن. إحنا كنا نعرف اللي يعيش حقيقته.
No.
كملت السؤال أنا ما كملت.
I know what's your question.
No, ممكن أكمل حتى الناس تسمع.
كمل يلا.
حتى الناس تسمع. أنت تعرف بس مو كل الناس تعرف التكملة.
يلا كملي.
إحنا مجتمعنا ما شاء الله يعني مجتمع قائم على الجادجمنتس.
They love judgments.
والأحكام.
Yes.
والشكوى. دائما هم مو in charge of their own life. there is always someone else. There is always شماعة.
ذكرتني بأغنية كاظم صار أشكيك لمين وأنت الحبيب.
يعني سمعنا إياها من نخلص البرنامج. أوكي. ف there is always شماعة. Whether it's
what's شماعة؟
شماعة تعرف لما تشيل الجاكيت وتحطه شو اسمه؟
إيه.
تعلاقة؟
إيه.
يسموها الشماعة. تعلق عليها
أوكي.
مشاكلك.
نايس.
فهذا مصطلح يقولوا إنه
مصطلح جديد learned.
أوكي. الشماعات اللي إحنا نعرفها بالميدل إيست أول شيء الحكومات. طبعا ما أريد أدخل بالمحظور، أكو شماعات ثانية ما أقدر أقول اسمها. المهم.
Okay, let's back up a little bit.
أنت لما تعيش حقيقتك، هي طبعا يقول لك أعلى frequency بالإنسان واللي تخلي الإنسان فعلا magnetic, very magnetic, being authentic. إنه أنت تكون authentic yourself. What does it mean to be yourself? ممكن أكمل؟ اسمح لي لأنه أنت شوية تحركت وردت تقاطعني.
كملي وبعدين اختصري السؤال إلي حتى أقدر أركز على الجواب.
Authenticity.
I know. Okay.
إنه أنت تكون كل شيء متوافق مع كل شيء. The way you think.
Okay.
The way you feel.
Okay.
And the way you act.
Okay.
They all are in alignment.
And to be myself 100% in
هي
public.
هي
in public also.
مو in public بحياتك. يعني أنت مستعد تعبر عن رأيك قدام إحنا نعرف مش.
That's in public. That's what I mean. Yes.
أي مو social media.
I mean people know what you think about.
Yes.
Okay.
Out loud.
Yes.
Yeah. وأنت تكون حقيقي بس أكو ضريبة راح تدفعها. إنه you might lose some of your connections in people.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I don't want to do that.
Because you can't.
I can. There's a difference. I don't want to because I might lose a lot of people.
Oh, it's not easy for you to lose people?
I wouldn't do that, no. I wouldn't lose people I love for my opinion. I wouldn't. Now.
Good.
I always say now and today because we never know what's going to happen next.
وأنت من النوع اللي it's easy for you or you're very flexible to change your belief system.
Speaking of which, you reminded me of a book.
Okay. What book?
The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll make it very short. It's not exactly the question and answer we just talked about. It's very similar to the true personality of yourself. So Dorian's friend is a very good artist and he admires Dorian. He will draw his portrait. And Dorian is a very young, handsome man. Okay? And he will grant him a wish. Dorian would be like, I want to have this good life. I want to be at the peak of my age. I don't want to age, actually. So it's a fiction. Dorian stays young, enjoys the life. Deep down, there are a lot of sins and uncomfort. So instead of him, the portrait gets aged.
Okay.
Not the physical body. His portrait gets aged and Dorian see his true self and sins in the portrait. Okay?
Interesting.
Yes. So I don't want to have that portrait. But I want to deal with it.
At some point, I am a firm believer that there is a divine timing for everything.
What do you mean?
Divine timing يعني when you feel like you خلص
الوقت المناسب.
divine timing التوقيت الإلهي إنه أنا at this point وهواية ناس مثلا at this point.
Why do you call it divine timing?
Because it is divine timing.
What do you mean? Explain it to me.
It is التوقيت الإلهي.
Okay, explain it to me.
This is very spiritual. You want me to?
I don't understand spirituality.
Okay, ما أقدر أحكي لأنه رح نوقع بالمحظور. Okay, ممكن ورا الحلقة نحكي بالموضوع إذا عندك وقت.
Family Guy has a very nice scenery about spirituality. I think I've showed you.
على أساس أنا جاية I get you in trouble بس العكس it backfired. Hi. كاك شروان?
Yes.
شوني?
There are 3 peoples in this picture. Who is talking?
I'm the one in the middle. I'm the one in the middle.
You are Mr. Bojack Horseman?
Yes.
Well, hello to you.
شوني؟
Bashi.
نقو باسط.
All good.
Alhamdulillah.
All good.
Like, you know that I'm the horse, Bojack.
Yes.
What do I represent to you?
So I always say there is a Bojack horseman inside everybody of us. But what are those sifat? That depends on every person. Bojack was a very honest, deep down good person with lots of mistakes. He came from a broken home. He was a very famous celebrity. Then he was addicted to drinking and drugs. So he lost everything, but still he kept the good soul inside him.
And the sense of humor.
The sense of humor, yes. So actually it's one of the deepest animations I've ever watched. It's very dark humor.
Dark humor is my thing.
Yes.
I really like it. But he doesn't look happy. He looks depressed.
That's the point.
Look at his eyes.
Bojack was never happy.
And are you trying to
You know what's the story of this picture?
No, tell me.
Okay. I have a very dear friend. Okay. Like she and her husband are very good friends of mine, and she's an artist. So on my birthday, she gifted me this because she's Iraqi French and she lives in France. That's why she knew I love Albert Camus, which he was French too. And she knew I love Bojack Horseman. So she created the scenery in Bojack's home, balcony. Me, Albert Camus, and Bojack were having a discussion and we're talking about something. But I don't know what we are talking about. But I loved it. One of the best gifts I've ever received. And I've kept it in my library and it's in front of me every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You say hi to him every day?
Nah.
اوكي واخيرا عرفنا قصة اللوحة اللي we see this see it.
Thank you Anne again for this precious gift.
Yeah, we see it every day on social media and like people أكيد يتساءلون شنو قصة هاي اللوحة.
Now you know.
Now we know. So شوية نرتب هاي الأشياء هنا لأنه صارت يعني أنت شنو تعاندني يعني مثلا أوكي نرتب هاي الأشياء هنا. هاي طبعا صوت المدير. زين هسه إذا نجي مرة ثانية نرجع لموضوع شروان الإنسان.
أوكي.
عادي طالع حلو مو مشكلة.
I'm very minimalist. I just want to.
No, you're not. Are you?
Yes, and I'm like very well organized. So
I know that about yourself.
People call it OCD, right?
It's not OCD. It's
What's
OCPD, maybe the personality type, obsessive compulsive personality.
I just like to arrange things on the table.
أكمل الجواب.
Yes, please go ahead. Okay. We're good.
Oh my God. He says he's a minimalist, but obviously he's not. If you guys take a look at the pictures of his apartment, he's never.
The library is different.
Then you're not a minimalist. Don't use terms وtitles وأنت مو هيك شيء. سمي الأشياء بمسمياتها. If you are a minimalist, are you a minimalist when it comes to food? Nah. Are you a minimalist when it comes to women?
Yes.
Okay, then he's a minimalist. Back to the questions. Sherwan, شنو اللي يزعل? What makes you sad? يزعلك ويحزنك تحس بالحزن. شوف انتبه على الشعور اللي سألته. It's a session.
When people use me or take advantage
or abuse you. تحس بالحزن ولا بالغضب.
You know, I'm trying not to use the word hate because I think that's a very big word. Whenever I don't use it. Instead of that, I use dislike.
Okay. You are very diplomatic, by the way.
I try not to be a hateful person. I don't want to care about it. But I dislike fake communications, fake talks, conversations, topics, pretending, fake kind of friendships. everything that's fake, it disgusts me.
But it's everywhere
Exactly.
nowadays.
So بالعربي يقول يؤسفني ويحزنني كلش. تمام.
Okay.
That's one thing that I try not to get involved with.
Okay. سؤال ثاني.
Tell me.
Now, most of the questions will be like related to the emotional side, the family emotional side of Sherwan.
Okay.
For better insight يعني.
Okay.
شنو انت عصبي تعصب وانا مش شايفتك تعصب.
بسرعة أعصب وبسرعة أهدأ.
شنو اللي يعصبك خلينا نقول؟
When people are not on time.
Okay. Guys, I made this mistake today. I came late. I was the last one to show up. But like I already told him in advance that it's going to take some time to make the preparation.
When people are not on time and when people are مهمل.
Okay.
Careless.
What do you mean?
Not taking things seriously. Careless people, you know? It makes me angry.
And how do you usually express your anger?
I was like,
Wallah.
Yes.
No, seriously.
No, actually, I talk. I let it out.
You shout?
It's kind of like, okay. No, I don't shout, but okay. I am trying to use the words in a correct way.
Okay.
If we're friends and if we can talk to each other, أرزل.
أنا الحد هسه
بطريقة محترمة.
أنا الحد هسه ما شفت. He's a friend on the personal side. He's my friend. ما مريت بهاي التجربة وإن شاء الله ما أمر. ليش؟ راح أقول لك ليش. أنا إيش قد يعني الناس تشوفني قوية ومشتغلة على نفسي والحمد لله. بس هاي عندي أنا نقطة ضعف especially من الرجال. مهما كان الرجل أخ صديق بس هاي ما عندي single ممكن بالمستقبل زوج إذا يعصب علي يصير لي فشي اسمه regression. Do you know what regression is?
I have no idea what that is.
Regression is like I go back وأصير زهراء الطفلة.
And who is that?
I get very dysregulated. وأسحب نفسي وأحبس نفسي. I lock myself in a room. I get scared to be honest.
كيد زهرة.
Yeah, أخاف.
No, I always say.
أو.
Okay.
جاسم اللي بداخلي يطلع.
جاسم.
أي.
Okay.
يعني أما أحترم نفسي وأروح أحبس نفسي أو يطلع جاسم اللي بداخلي.
I always say the true friendship is especially between guys, between men. When you really piss off each other. That's the actual true friendship. Not faking, not pretending, not anything. And I do have friends like that piss me off.
As long as there is no disrespect.
And sometimes just for fun, we also disrespect. It's between us.
I know. You know. Men do it.
We mean good only.
Okay. إذا الطرف الثاني مفتهم القصة وما راح ياخذها in a personal way. This is a totally different story.
The hardest thing is when you take an advice from a very good friend. You know the advice is right. You know he is right. It's just tough. It's just hard to listen and to practice it. But you know it is the right thing.
Yeah.
So when two men, let's say two guys are very close to each other, أكو تعصب أكو رزالة أكو كل
عادي سووها بيناتكم. بس when it comes to women, please try to.
Of course not. No. There are different types of رزالة. You know?
Okay. Different kinds of رزالة. We will talk about it one day. Then, do you know how to الغضب, anger?
Yes.
It's poisonous, by the way. It's really poisonous. يعني sometimes you just need to transmute it. يعني if you like keep it inside and it keeps building up, at some point راح تنفجر أنت. You need to إنه تفرغها in a healthy way.
Back to the point of not judging. What made me a better person, I get less angry. Because sometimes I used to get angry on little tiny things. now I don't care
كلنا
anymore
كنا
because I have
هالشكل.
bigger questions and concerns in life.
Yeah.
So the only two things that I really get upset is when people are late, when people are careless, disorganized.
زين. هاي المشاعر
يا مشاعر.
اللي حكينا عليها.
Okay.
مو مشاعر شيرين بالأغنية.
Okay.
الحزن، الغضب، اللي خلينا نقول النيجاتيف energy.
Am I in a session right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
How do you cope with these emotions? You know, let me tell you something, حتى to make it easier for you. You know David Hawkins?
No.
Okay. David Hawkins يقول إنه راح أقولها بالعربي حتى الناس هم تستفاد منها. إنه البشر يتعاملون مع المشاعر، طبعا لا نحكي عن المشاعر السلبية، أوكي؟ يتعاملون بها بثلاث طرق. يا أما يقمعوها، أوكي؟ يعني يتصرف كأنه هي مو موجودة. يعني ال person just disconnect themselves from their emotional
like
side.
Dr. Gregory House.
He's my favorite. He used to be my crush when I was in college, okay?
Now we know she has a crush, okay.
When I was in college because
Okay.
he's just so smart. المهم يا أما يقمعوها ما يحسوها يعني.
يقمع يعني keep it to themselves or disconnect
suppression.
it. Yes.
You
يقمع.
suppress emotions.
Okay.
قمع.
Okay.
أقمع.
Okay.
Okay. يا أما يخدروها اللي هي أكثر الناس يسووها.
Put it to sleep. Okay. Mute it.
Numbing the emotions.
Got you.
Distractions.
Got you.
TV, phone, علاقات, shopping.
Loud and clear.
Okay. يا أما الحل اللي هو healthiest. طبعا the first two هي تقريبا 90% of people.
Yes.
They fall into these two categories.
Yes.
The last one, which is the healthiest one, is you
embrace it, to face
it. Feel, and release.
Yes.
So in this situation, how do you deal with these emotions? And I need you to be honest with your answer. You are honest always.
I am.
Yeah.
Without emotions, without embracing our emotions, we lose our human identity.
وهذا اللي أقول لك إياه بس قلت خليه هو يقولها لأنه هي التجربة.
We are ChatGPT without feelings, exactly.
لأنه هي التجربة ال earthly dimension يعتمد على الشعور.
People are lucky who go through emotions, whether sadness, whether happiness, whether desire, whether any kind of feelings. It means we're lucky. It means we're human. So
it means we are alive.
It means we are alive. It means we're living, actually.
Yeah.
We're experiencing things.
Yeah.
And if it is not the sadness or الحزن أو الناقوشي, how would you appreciate the happiness?
Yeah.
We cannot appreciate it.
We cannot appreciate anything without the polar opposite.
It's like born rich, never seen poor in their lives, and they don't appreciate money, and they just spend it right and left, and we see a lot of people
depressed.
like that, and they're depressed all the time. So I don't know if it is right or wrong, but I go through this. Sometimes when I watch at a movie or a cartoon, or I see a scenery outside and it put tears to my eyes, actually I don't deny it, I go with it, I embrace
you sit
it.
with the emotions.
It's a kind of I'm enjoying the emotions, like I'm accepting the facts, and I appreciate being a human and experiencing this. So it's kind of relief, you know. It's very healthy, I think.
Yeah.
That's why I laugh out loud whenever something is funny.
Yes, you are.
Cry a lot when I'm alone, by the way. I do.
Can you do it?
Watching TV shows, movies.
Can you do it when you are not alone, when there is someone else?
Yes. I cannot. I'm a very bad actor. You make me sad, I show you. You make me happy, I show you.
Next time I'll make you sad.
I don't think you can.
Why?
I just don't think so.
I don't have that in me, you think? The ability to make people sad?
On purpose, you cannot do it because you're a good person.
Let me tell you something. I can do it. I'm capable of doing that.
I know.
But I choose not to do it.
That's my point.
And this is strength in itself.
That's
Because
my point.
people keep saying أنا خوش إنسانة أنا حبابة ليش أنا الدنيا معاندتني وما دا يفهمون القصة إنه أنت you cannot be a good person شخص نوراني إذا ما تمر بالجانب الظلامي بالبداية وتتحرر منه وتتعلم دروسه وتوصل للضفة الثانية من النهر اللي هي ضفة النور. So you are capable of being الملك والديفل. You have يعني
Yes.
أكثر الناس اللي يدعون الطيبة بالمناسبة إذا أنت يعني تتمعن بحياتهم هم مو طيبين. هم سوري على الكلمة sorry I will get so much hate for this. هم ضعيفين. They are weak. They don't have the power. The power could be money.
Weakness is a human nature. We're all
It's okay.
weak sometimes.
We all are weak. Yeah. We all at some point. بس إنه أنت تقعد you don't وتظل تشكي وتحط اللوم على الشماعات اللي برا. This is not okay.
You know what? Speaking of which, what I learned recently, whenever I bring an example, I never say they, I say we.
We. Yeah.
I always include myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of them.
But I'm not one of them at this point. I used to be. I know
I'm
myself.
not judging, so it's okay.
I used to be.
Okay.
I used to be. And I went through the 7 gates of hell. تعرف Lucifer when you go the 7 gates of hell?
Yes, Lucifer Morningstar.
Yeah.
Such a good person. Such a good
What
devil
is it that
he
you
was.
desire?
What's the yes?
Okay. هسه نجي على شعور الخوف. شنو اللي يخوف شروان؟ وانت منسأل هذا السؤال قبل ومجاوب عليه. بس اريد نسمع منك مرة ثانية.
Okay. It used to be death. Still it is. But there is a development.
It's less?
No, it's just like I don't think about it anymore.
So you are just ignoring.
It is the thing that you talked about, enawma.
Okay.
For good reasons. Why? When it happens, I would never know. Why care thinking about it? I know it's real.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna happen. I know death is haq for everyone.
Yeah.
Why think about it?
Especially if you cannot change it.
Be a good person.
I really
deliver your message.
I like that approach.
Help people. Enjoy life. Forget about it. But I have بديل هسه
وهو
getting aged. You are a dead, alive person somehow. And that somehow scares me. Somehow.
Getting old?
Somehow, yes.
Okay, which is like I think we.
It's not scare. It doesn't scare me more than like I know it's very. I know it will get very emotional.
تحس إنه اقترب الوداع.
You return back to your childhood, and you know that you have only a couple years to live. That must be terrifying.
You never know.
I'm just saying the maximum we live it's gonna be like 100.
People are discussing immortality now.
I do not believe in immortality.
Okay. Do you believe in singularity?
What's that mean?
Okay, next session inshallah we'll talk about singularity. because يعني I cannot discuss a concept with it's very deep to be honest and it's gonna take quite some time.
Okay.
ساعة ما تخاف زين والزواج مو كنا نخاف منه؟
كنت أخاف منه.
وتزوجت وشفت إنه هو ما يخوف.
كنت أخاف منه. It was like kind of joke, but reality is. I mean this.
Yeah.
Everyone should be afraid not of the zawaj process, not of the marriage process, of making the wrong choice. I see that people get married very carelessly based on nothing. That's why the divorce range is 3 times more than the marriage range in Erbil.
أنت ليش سابقني?
Wait,
Well,
I need to give you a proper answer. So, Wait.
I think I'm the guest today.
دكتورة
Here.
wait.
He's the host.
دكتورة wait.
This episode, the host will be مهندس
No,
شيروان and the guest is
let me
زهرة.
clarify this.
يلا خلي شوي
My
أرتاح.
parents might be watching this.
No, that's why I asked this question, because the whole tribe, يقدقة, the whole family and the whole tribe is waiting for that glorious day.
Okay.
شيروان شو وقت راح يتزوج؟ يلا.
I
The mic
would
is yours.
love nothing more to get married.
الله قنبلة الموسم. Okay.
Yes. And I would say mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my goal in life to be a good husband, to be a good father. And I think it is the most شنو مبارك بالإنجليزي؟
Blessed.
But no, there's a different word for
قولها
that.
بالعربي. قولها بالكردي.
مبارك بيروزة بيروسترين
مقدس.
مقدس.
It is مقدس.
Holy.
It is, to be
it
honest.
It is wholesome. I think it's wholesome. Something holy. It's very holy. Yeah. It is the most holy thing, let's say.
It is holy, to be honest.
Yes. What terrifies me is
okay.
making the wrong decision. And then what is the wrong decision?
Okay. ممكن أسأل?
Go ahead.
Do you think there is a guarantee بهالحياة كلها؟ يعني حنطيك مثال. هسا أنت إجا واحد أنا أتفهمك مخاوف الزواج they are very valid, especially for someone with your IQ, with your level of education, تعبان على نفسك. I totally understand. أنت تريد واحد on the same level, مو واحد وحدة on the same level.
Ouch. She didn't mean it, guys.
No, it's just slip, Freudian slip. So تريد وحدة on the same level.
Yes.
which makes sense. بس هل تتوقع إنه it is guaranteed? I don't want to make. I'm afraid of making the wrong decision. It's not making the wrong decision. It's choosing the wrong person. هذا عقلك.
To say the wrong person, I would say it is very judgmental. That's why I say the wrong decision.
The wrong person for you. The wrong person for you could be the right person for someone else.
Yes, true.
صح؟
True.
لأنه
I'm just
بالأخير
trying to be diplomatic here.
أنت اللي كله كان دبلوماتيك يعني ما أخذنا منه حق ولا باطل. Next interview.
Remember, I sell.
Okay, هسه فهمت. One day I will start selling and I will be very diplomatic. شوف قرار الزواج، لأنه هسه أكو نلاحظ بالفترة الأخيرة إنه الصورة النمطية للزواج لم تعد صالحة. أوكي؟ الصورة النمطية اللي إحنا كنا نشوفها بالمجتمع. أوكي أكو أشياء حلوة، الأولد values الفاميلي values مقدرة وحلوة وعلى عيني وعلى راسي، بس الصورة النمطية المرأة صارت متطورة أكثر، صارت ما تتحمل الأشياء اللي نسوان قبل يتحملوها، صح؟
And that
هذا حط البريشر على الرجل إنه هو هم يطور نفسه.
So do you think it is a competition?
No. مجايتك بالحكي بس أنت كل عادة تقاطعني.
يلا. Floor is yours.
The whole thing of marriage is it's not about happiness, to be honest. People think تعرف شنو مشكلة الناس هالسوية الزواج؟ يعني أنا حتى in my career لأنه أنا
I'm sure you have a lot of cases as a psychiatrist.
أنا تقريبا خلينا نقول 90% of my cases هي لها علاقة بالمشاكل relationships whether platonic or romantic اللي خلينا نقول الزواج مجتمعنا. أول شيء الدوافع للزواج هي غلط. ليش؟ هي كلها هروب. يعني لما تسأل الشخص أنا عندي كلاينت كان يريد يرتبط، أوكي؟ فلما سألته حسيته مستعجل بقراره، سألته سؤال قلت له أنت ليش ترتبط؟ بكل وضوح قال أني ما أخاف أبقى وحدي، ما أريد أبقى وحدي. أوكي السؤال وإذا بقيت وحدك إيش راح يصير؟ ما أتحمل ما أقدر. فهي هروب من شيء إلى شيء آخر. الزواج اللي مبني اللي الشيء اللي تهرب منه قبل الزواج راح يزيد 10 أضعاف بعد الزواج. مع وجود الشخص الآخر راح تحس نفسك وحيد 10 مرات. يا أما هروب من الوحدة يا أما البحث عن المخلص والمنقذ، أنه أنا أعيش حياة تعيسة أريد واحد يصنع لي سعادة. وإحنا كلنا نعرف إنه سعادتك هي مسؤوليتك. It's your responsibility, right?
Yes.
The other person هو بس إضافة. لأنه أنت إذا داخل علاقة، وهذا هم كلام للناس، إذا داخل علاقة وتريد الطرف الثاني يخلصك وينقذك من الميزري اللي أنت بيها، أنت صرت in a codependent relationship, which is not a healthy relationship.
What is the message that you're delivering here?
I'm not delivering a message to you. It's for the audience. I know.
For public, what's the message?
المسج إنه أنتوا بدنا نشوف إحنا الكوارث اللي قاعد تجي. الناس إيه I'm not married.
I'm not married too.
Yeah, so it's for the audience.
This it was for رجال and it was very judgmental, I think.
Okay, it's for رجال. It's for judgmental. No, because men really men need to شوية يخففون الإيجو and they work on their الذكاء العاطفي.
We are doing that.
By the way, it's the new luxury, emotional intelligence. قبل كان rich. هسه the new rich is the emotional intelligence.
Yes.
الإنسان emotionally intelligent.
I recall what you mean.
Yeah. So فإحنا لازم نعرف شنو الدوافع للزواج. هل هو جاي من خوف or جاي إنه أنا أريد I want to share my life with someone to grow together.
Are you asking me this?
So which one is your case? تخاف بعدك من الزواج? Seriously?
No, I'm not afraid of marriage. Again, I'm afraid of making the wrong decision. دوافع شنو? What pushes me to think about getting married is humans are not on this planet to live alone. I'm a very social creature.
That's true.
I'd like to love, to share my love and be loved.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional, social creature. True, I spend most of my times alone because I am alone, you know? I wouldn't be if, for example, there was someone in my life. So for me, I'd love to get married. I would love to have a beautiful family. I'd love to أربي أطفالي.
So you're a family person.
I am extremely a family person.
Okay.
But I want to make that right. I want to be able to have a discussion with my wife after 20 years of marriage in a coffee shop somewhere as if it is the beginning of the marriage. I want to get married to the mindset.
Do you think that the best...
And again, your laptop is in front of me.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Do you think... no, this is how I see things. I don't know if this fits your criteria. Do you think that you need to get married to your best friend? Do you agree with this statement?
I have not experienced it, so I don't know how to answer that.
يعني البارتنر لما تكون أنت you are.
For me, the partner, the basic point is to accept each other no matter what, not to judge each other no matter what. I think there are two ways to relationships, to partnerships. Either you find excuses to fight, or you find excuses not to fight. Once you feel comfortable with your partner, once you understand each other, once there are like challenging between the mindset and you always complete each other, that's where you find excuses not to fight.
Yeah.
Once you got married based on physical appearance, based on family name, based on so many other reasons that are not real, you will find excuses to get out of the house. You won't find excuses to come out late. You'll find excuses to travel alone. No, when I get married, I want to spend most of the times with my wife.
هاي نقطة حلوة لأنه تحس دائما بالعلاقات من يصير الخلافات هي جزء من الحياة. تحس إنه الرجل والمرأة قاعدين كأنهم بحرب. It's me versus you.
Yes.
يعني وهاي طبعا الإيجو يدخل بيها كلش. يعني هو ما يشوفون البيجر بيكتشر من وين جاي هذا الخلاف. خلينا نعرف منين جاي هذا الخلاف. تمام. شروان، شنو تعريفك للنجاح؟
What did I say on second?
I'm hungry. We all
I'm
are.
not focusing because for two reasons. First, I'm very hungry. It's past my dinner time. Second, I just called my mom. She made a very delicious Kurdish food.
which is
So I'm fighting between answering your questions and thinking about food.
okay. خلينا
Okay, what was the question again? Tell me.
تعريفك للنجاح from your perspective, because it's different. يعني you can ask someone what is your definition.
Najah for me is finding your true self. Who are you? Once you did that, once you got there, this is the first step of success, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
No,
For me,
it's,
it is.
there's no right or wrong.
Yes.
As long as it's...
For me, you're successful if you know what you're doing in life.
No, I am successful because it's your perspective about... And we're talking about...
I'm talking generally about success.
Yeah.
Yes.
So money is not part of the equation?
No, when I said you, I didn't mean specifically you. I mean generally.
Generally.
Yes, in
money
general.
is not part of the equation?
Of course, it is a part of it. Money is a part of every equation now in life.
Yeah. بس أنتوا تعرفون تحطها بمكانها الصح.
صح.
المشكلة إن الناس يجيبون الفلوس يحطوا بكل مكان ويعتبروه هو العلاج لكل شيء, which is not the case.
Okay. I think sometimes money is in the wrong pocket. People don't know how to spend it. Because I think money, بالعربي they say it's a wasila to have a better health, to have a better life, to have a happier life. It's not the only wasila.
شلون how does it work in making your life happier?
You know what makes me happy? Giving makes me happy. With that, you can be happy by making other people happy. So you can use it in good in so many different
هذا
ways.
جواب كريستيانو رونالدو.
Really? He
Yeah,
said that?
when
If
they...
he said that, I'm very proud of myself.
Oh, okay. Now, I think the money, it makes you happier when you know your values and
Yes.
you spend money on your values.
You know, money makes you happier when you started from scratch.
جربت, you tried both the polar.
Of course, I
Yeah.
started from scratch. We're a middle class family, so
it's not
all the
scratch.
middle class family. So middle class, the definition of middle class changed in Kurdistan and Iraq because we've been through wars, through a lot of things. You know, every family had a very basic life. I remember, like my family, 8 siblings were all sleeping in one room. We were happy, you know. We had food in our mouth. We had roof on our head.
Yeah.
We had our parents. So that was the definition of happiness for us. Okay.
وهسه
we're missing that.
No, you don't have any other like definition of happiness.
Definition for happiness for me is peace of mind. Leave me alone. This is my definition of happiness.
Yeah.
Let me be me. Let me think. Let me evolve. Let me learn. Let me make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the definition
without
of
being
happiness.
judged.
And on top of that, traveling.
أكيد. That's why قلت لك لما واحد يحط فلوسه بالقيم اللي هو يحبها.
And you know when
يحس بقيم إنه الفلوس فعلا قاعد تصنع لك سعادة.
Exactly.
يعني أنا مثلا أكو ناس يعني أنا بالنسبة لي أحس الفلوس من تنحط بالexperiences مثل تجربة السفر. It's a very rich experience.
It is.
Indeed. It is a rich experience.
Yes,
يعني
yes.
حتى شعورها غير الشعور لما أنت تشتري جنطة أو تشتري يعني.
True.
At some point إحنا كنا نحس إنه أنا أشتري الساعة الفلانية أو.
You would be like, I regret, and then you're like, no, I did the right thing. I'm like in this.
No, أنا ما أعتبرها ندم. أنا أعتبرها تجربة كان لازم تصير.
No, sometimes you think about that. Oh, I should have not spent that one, but then you are like, no,
صح.
that
بس
was necessary.
when you remind yourself لأنه إذا ما مسوي هالتجربة على فكرة بعد كم سنة راح تظل ليش أنا تظل براسك.
Yes.
فلازم تسويها وتخلصها.
And you know what's unhappiness to me? Being hungry, like for example, right now.
جماعة عندنا أكل بالثلاجة, please.
No, mom's food first.
Oh, the mother's food
I'm saving
first.
my stomach. Yes.
Okay. We are sorry.
Yeah.
زين. إحنا نعرف الحياة أكبر مدرسة.
True.
أكبر من المدرسة والكلية ويعني تعلمك وتعجنك لحد ما تسوي منك تلميذ نجيب وطالب نجيب.
In the hard way.
Yeah. it's our choice to learn the hard way by the way. بس المشكلة أغلب البشرية تتعلم the hard way. الحياة بها معلمين. الحياة ماني أريد أشوف بس هو اليوم إحنا توم وجيري. الحياة بها معلمين. أوكي. الفلوس تعلمك، العلاقات تعلمك، المجال الصحي يعلمك، الكارير والشغل والعائلة everything. من بين كل هالمعلمين منو تحسها أعظم وأقسى معلم من بين هالمعلمين؟
My dad.
واو. كان قاسي وياك؟
No. When you're a kid.
بس أنت ليش حصرت الجواب بشخص؟ أنا دا أحكي in general. So you could have said relationships.
You know, because like every day that I spent, everything that I do, it reminds me of his advices when I was a kid, when I used to understand that it's قاسي parenting, you know, but it turns out that it was the greatest advice ever. So for me, number one is my dad. When I say my dad, there is always دور المام موجود, because only the mom can make him a great dad sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So she's always a part, but that's why I'm saying my dad. Other things is, after my dad, my mistakes were my teacher.
But still, mistakes كانت جاية من الناس, relationships. What kind of mistakes?
In life generally, not only in relationships, in all aspects.
أنا أريد أوضح لك الفكرة. أنا أحس بوجهة نظري إنه العلاقات whether platonic or romantic.
تريدين تدخلين مسألة الموضوع العلاقات؟
لا علاقات مو قصدي رجل وامرأة. لا العلاقات الإنسانية.
أوكي.
اللي هي قلت لك whether platonic or romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic.
Okay.
يعني أنت وصديقك هاي علاقة تعتبر.
أوكي.
كلمة العلاقة أكبر من إنه رومانس وهاي.
تمام.
البشر يعلموك هواي عن نفسك صح؟
شو؟
أنا أشوف هاي أكبر معلم بالحياة، إنه أنت مرات ما تعرف أنت منو إلا تخوض تجربة مع كذا شخص.
شو؟
فتعرف نفسك أنت منو، شنو تتحمل، شنو تريد، شنو ما تريد، الباوندريز مالتك.
But not every time. Sometimes when you live alone, that's when you become your معلم.
هنا الشطارة تطلع إنه أنت تعرف إيش وقت تفصل وإيش وقت ترجع تشحن.
مرات it's not in our hands.
I believe it's in our hands. Even though it's not easy.
That's what you believe.
Even though it's not easy.
الرأي والرأي الآخر.
لا الرأي والرأي. المهم زين، إذا نحكي بحياتك شنو أصعب قرار أخذته أو تجربة عشتها؟ أصعب قرار أو تجربة؟ أنا كلش حابة إنه أنا أسأل بالعربي هو يجاوبني بالإنجليزي.
أصعب قرار أخذته صراحة ما كان عندي قرار كلش صعب بالحياة.
أو تجربة قاسية تحسها إنه كلش تجربة قاسية.
تجربة قاسية it was for me and for my family the death of my brother. Because we were never prepared for it and it happened so suddenly. So it took us many years to
overcome
it. Yes. That I would say the only تجربة قاسية في حياتي. I didn't have any other تجارب قاسية صراحة.
Okay.
Yes.
زين، إذا أنت مريت بحالة خلاف مع إنسان أو مجموعة من البشر، أوكي، الخلافات تصير. بس أكو طريقة نتعامل بها بالخلافات. هنعطيك options وراح أقول لك شنو أريدك تختار الأوبشن اللي هو أنت most of the time تعتمد على هذا الأوبشن.
أوكي.
تهرب أو تتجاهل أو تتفاوض أو تقاتل أو تتنازل أو تفرض رأيك.
I think that depends on what kind of خلافات. Based on that, you would choose the answer. Most of the time, from the very beginning, I try not to get into that khilaf at all. That's my, let's say, policy.
You are an avoidant?
nah, I'm just like, you know what, I don't need this, I don't want to get into
إيه
it.
بس مرات تصير. It's not in your
So
hand.
wait, مرات تصير.
Okay.
Wait, let me get to it.
Okay.
So I try to avoid it most of the times.
Mm.
In career, in business, even since when I was a kid, I had never a fight with anybody. Ever. I avoid problems.
ليش؟
It's a problem, that's why it's a definition itself.
بس مرات البروبلمز تطورك.
Wait. I avoid it when I can. But once I face it as a human being as much as I can. So it depends on what kind of khilaf again.
Well, it depends on the person.
Of course, on the persons. If it's a relationship, you try to discuss. You try to understand.
You mean romantic?
Yes.
Okay.
You try to discuss. You try to understand. You try to fix. You try lots of positive things if the love actually exists.
Try to listen.
Try to listen.
Yeah.
So you're trying actually to work on it. You're trying to not win the conversation. You're trying to win the person.
Yeah.
Because if you try to win the conversation, you want to lose the person.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell you if I had or not had this kind of khilafat, but I think the right way is to try to win the person no matter what. Still a limit. Once you reach that limit, everyone has an ego. And then you'll be like, أديت وفيت. I delivered my message.
سويت اللي علي.
سويت اللي علي. It doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. It means you're not appreciating my efforts. It means you're not appreciating my apology. It means you're not appreciating anything I do, which you might have reasons which I still respect. But done. Moving on. That's case of a relationship, romantic relationship. If it is business or friendship, it's very simple. It shouldn't take a lot of time. You either agree or disagree. Khalas, you don't have to work harder on it.
Or maybe you choose the negotiation.
You choose the negotiation.
Especially in business, I think.
I never had any business problems with anybody because I never partner up with anyone.
You're avoiding أصلا the
Yeah, because maybe I'm the problem. Who knows? You know, I just don't like it. I think when money comes between friends, it affects the friendship.
Yes.
I don't want to lose my friends.
Yeah, I agree.
I have been offered great opportunities by very close friends of mine. And I said, I choose you. And I meant it.
Yeah.
For two reasons. First, I will not be good at the business. So I'm not good at it. I'm not good at so many things, you know? And then I would, money hassas or dirty in so many cases.
You think money is dirty?
By definition of that, our perspective for money is dirty. Our using of it,
I think the way you use
perspective.
It's neutral. Money is neutral. You can use it here or there.
It's wasila. It's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
We give the meaning to it.
Just like marriage. الناس كلها تقول it's مؤسسة فاشلة.
Why you keep going back to the marriage
No,
subject?
because
we forgot it. خلاص, that's done. خلاص, done. Marriage is done. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I want to. It's not happening.
It's الناس أقول لك الناس.
I'm joking.
I know.
I'm
الناس
joking.
يقولون.
I love teasing you. Okay, let's move on. Imagine I'm hungry now. If I had dinner before this podcast,
ما راح تقدر تجاوبني.
I would have no mercy on the questions and answers. But you're like,
I'm telling you because everything is neutral. It's how you use
True.
it.
I know. I agree with you.
Okay. زين. خلينا نخلص حتى الجوع مالتك لحق عليه بعدين ما اعرف شو يصير. بدأت علامات الخطر تطلع. عندك تساؤلات بالحياة ما عندك أجوبة لها وتريد أجوبة لها؟ Questions. You think about certain questions and you're looking for answers and you cannot find answers.
Every single minute of every single day of my life, as long as I remember, I have always had questions.
What kind of questions? أسئلة وجودية?
I'm not going to answer that. But I had a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. I will have a lot of questions. Because if you don't ask, you're not evolving. You don't want to evolve.
ولمن تسأل؟ تسأل نفسك؟
Okay, first I ask myself, then I ask people who are professionals in that field. I search it, I Google it, I read about it, I travel for it, I meet people for it. Some questions, no matter what, we don't have answers. We will not get answers.
No, you know. You just ask and you receive.
I disagree
Are you
with
a good receiver?
I disagree with you.
Okay.
I disagree with you on that. You're a spiritual person. You're a psychiatrist. You believe in something. Maybe I disagree with that. I
Yeah.
think there are so many hard questions unanswered. They are unanswered. They will be unanswered because there is no. Okay, let's leave that.
Okay. فكرت بيوم من الأيام بالماضي يعني أنه تروح للدكتور نفسي؟ واجهتك مشكلة, you face a problem or a very stressful situation, and the first thing that popped up in your mind is like, I need to see a doctor, a psychiatrist, or a therapist.
To be honest, no. To be honest, no. Maybe because I always have friends that I can talk openly to, so that
You
decreases
the tension and
yes. So I've never thought.
So you vent to those people, يعني أنت تشارك.
As much as I can, or I travel, or I go back to my village, or I do something that makes me happy, that makes me forget
it helps. Does it help you talking to your friends?
Yes. Yes. Whenever I'm having a problem, I have a jaysh that supports me for that.
Okay.
They know who they are. على رأس القائمة دكتور جيكر.
هسه الأسبوع الجاي لنفرض عندك مشكلة نفسية. منو راح تخابر؟ منو راح تطلب مساعدة منو؟
What kind of مشكلة نفسية؟
عندك مشكلة نفسية؟
مثلا tell me like what? No, I have a friend for different مشاكل يعني I've classified them. Yes.
يعني أوكي المشاكل المنتل health issues منو راح تتصل على منو؟ منو your friend اللي حيساعدك؟
Mental health issues.
منو راح يساعدك؟
Because I never had that.
This is life. It's unpredictable. At some point,
I don't know who
you don't know.
No, I don't know who I will call. I really don't know who I will call.
Oh wow.
Yes, no offense taken. I don't know who I will call. I don't know. Maybe I don't feel comfortable.
Okay. And you know.
Now you're judging.
I'm not judging.
You are like.
So no, this is totally different. If you don't feel comfortable, I give you all the right.
No, actually, I don't know because I've never experienced it. And I just don't answer, say, flankers just for the sake of answer. I really don't know. Maybe when the time comes, I will release the name on national television and everybody will know.
Which name?
I'm just saying.
Okay. تقريبا خلصنا احنا. عندك شيء تحب تقوله أو سؤال تحب تسأله أو كلمة تحب تقولها للناس؟
Try to be happy as much as possible by doing everything that leads you to happiness. Try to spend more time with your family, with the loved ones. If you love someone, go tell them.
Yeah.
If you're sad and upset with someone, go tell them. If you have to apologize, go apologize. Always learn. Every single day, try to learn something. Accept yourself. Be yourself. Don't be in any competitions. Enjoy this life.
Because it's too short.
Too short. I mean, we will only live 75, 80, maximum 90.
والله كل واحد يحكي عن نفسه. This is
المهم.
the estimation, your estimation.
That doesn't mean everything I said I'm doing it. I don't spend so much time with my family, which I blame myself always.
ممكن أسألك؟
Yes.
ما معقولة يعني. I really wanted to ask you this question. Do you practice what you preach?
Not entirely, but
you try.
Working on it.
Okay, that's good.
I'm really, really working on it. That's why I don't want to make mistakes in my main decisions in life. Because like every time I'm trying to do something to be fake, and then I'm like, wait, come back. You're reading, you're talking about it. Why would you do that? It's unethical. So I step back, I try to work on it. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الحلقة شلون كانت اليوم؟
I'm hungry.
والله أنا بالنسبة لي I really enjoyed this episode really it was very rich وخصوصا الجزء الثاني اللي هم زين راح نخلص الحلقة وخصوصا الجزء الثاني اللي هو له علاقة بشروان الإنسان اللي هو بعيد عن
كل شيروان الروبوت أمينة؟
لا بعيدا عن البيرسونا اللي أنت تسوي لها اللي أنت مطلع لنا إياها بالسوشيال ميديا صح؟ هاي تأثيرات الجوع؟
يعني I want to go now I want to go eat.
أوكي. طبعا thank you شكرا جزيلا هالحلقة. Thank you شروان.
Many thanks to you.
نشوفك بحلقة ثانية إن شاء الله.
Enjoyed. Not anytime soon.
It's not soon.
Yes, maybe next year. Yes.
Next year. Oh my God. هذا الله خلانا عايشين. شكرا جزيلا.
يا أهلا وسهلا. Thanks to you.
أهلا وسهلا. شكرا مع السلامة.